What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Adam back at you again. It's hashtag homeless day 101. I'm down at the park. This is the place I always go first. This bench that I'm sitting at. Today there's some obnoxious noise coming from somewhere in downtown Jamestown, and it works its way down here. Some obnoxious motor that needs to be oiled or something. It's just ridiculously loud. From the distance that this noise is traveling from to be as loud as it is where I'm sitting here, I can't even imagine what it sounds like if you're standing next to it. But there is, like I say every day, there's no quiet place in all of Jamestown. There's not one place you can go to see what quiet sounds like. I don't know. I don't got anything to talk about today. More hysteria, COVID hysteria. Because it's election season now, so now everybody's getting the COVID, and you can't put 1 and 2 together to get 2. They can't figure this out. I went and had breakfast because they had some soft baked chocolate chip cookies, and so that was enough to get me to go down and grab breakfast instead of walking out the door today. But honestly, it was like instant regret. I had my cookies, I had my coffee, and I'm out the door, wishing that I had just left when my phone was charged this morning at around 7 o'clock. But church starts at 10:30. It's like 8:15 right now. I'm waiting for the guy to show up with his dog because I've been here about 5 minutes. So we'll see. Hopefully the CIA told, okay, send the guy with the dog. There was a woman walking a couple of little yapper dogs on my way to the park bench. They both ran up to me, and I got to pet a couple dogs. That was pretty cool. But yeah, so I don't know. There's a line that if it gets crossed, I'll be sleeping out in the woods. There's just no question about it. I will not, under any circumstances at all, I will not put one of those stupid masks on my face, and I will not take that shot. Period. I've had that stance since March of 2020, and I have not caved in one time. So, do what they're going to do. If they end up, it's all up to them at this point. And the one person who got the COVID, he was sick for 3 days, and he's back at it, and he's out of quarantine, and everything's fine. So he had the flu. Somebody else got sick. Another person got sick. They're all in quarantine now. But then they're acting weird around me because I'm on the 3rd floor, which is now the quarantine floor. So now they're all expecting me to get sick. And I'm like, people keep coming up to me with all this COVID hysteria about how scared they are, all this other stuff. I'm like, just don't talk to me about this. Like, I'm not going along with it. It's a scam. I'm not being rude to anybody, but I do not care about this scam at all. The election's what? Where are we at? August, September, October. The election's like 2.5 months away or less. And now they're trying everything that they can do to throw chaos into the works. They are trying, like, monkeypox, everybody be scared. They're finding out that nobody gives a shit anymore, and that they're not going to be able to do this whole lockdown routine and all this nonsense because everybody knows that they're full of shit. Everybody knows that these people in charge are full of shit, and we're not going to go along with whatever you have planned. And if it means I have to go sleep outside, fine. I don't care anymore. I don't care. Time will tell. I know that by August 30th, that should be the day. If I don't hear anything by the end of the day on August 30th, which is next Friday, it's Sunday right now. So So in 5 days from now, at the end of the day on Friday, if I have not heard anything about Texas, I am going to have to make some phone calls. I'm going to have to get a hold of somebody. I've got cell phone numbers for people I can talk to. The person that started the whole process, filled out all the paperwork and put it in the transfer request, I can call her directly and see if I can get some answers. But I'm just trying to be patient and let the process take as much time as it needs. I'm not looking for special treatment. I'm just trying to bide my time and hope for the best here. I feel like I can't do anything until I find out the answer, and that's pretty much why I don't have anything to talk about, because yesterday I went to the library. I didn't want to be at Tim Hortons yesterday, so I got, the library doesn't open until 10, so I had to kill some time. And I went over to the library, and I got the video stuff done. I have a daily checklist for these videos. If I'm not doing any editing, it goes really quick. It's upload, watch the video, and I watch the video just a little bit of quality control, but also because if you do this kind of thing, if you do a podcast, if you do a video presentation, if you do public speaking, it helps. It's just like being a football player. What do the NFL players do on Monday? They start watching the game tapes from last weekend's games. You want to see what you did, and you want to see it for yourself. You want to see where you can improve. You want to see the idiosyncrasies in your speech. You want to see the things that you could improve on. And so that's why I watch every video, typically before it goes live, just to double check and make sure, we're all good, that the audio's there, that everything works, so that when you guys click on it, you're not getting, 20 minutes of silence. And so I did that yesterday. I went through the rest of the checklist, posted the posts to where the posts go. And then I had to go to the bathroom. And every time I have to go to the bathroom, it is that, honestly, the whole having to pack everything down. Anytime I have to go to the bathroom, I have to pack everything into my bag, tear down my workspace, shut down my computer, and I have to shut down the computer. I can't just put it to sleep because for whatever reason, the hard drives don't like to disconnect properly. There's some other reasons. The battery drains even when it's in sleep mode. I don't know why. I can't figure that one out. There's some problems, as there always are with this stuff. So I have to shut down completely. Put away everything. Put everything in my bag. Then go to the bathroom. Then if I want to go right back to work, I got to go back to the desk, set everything back up, get the computer started back up, go through the whole process of setting up your workspace. And then I got to open up all the apps and get everything back to the way it was, open up all the files that were open before. And so it's a half hour out of my day. Anytime I got to go to the bathroom, anytime I got to pee. So purposely, I don't drink water. I try not to drink any water. I try not to do anything that's going to make me have to go to the bathroom. And then when I do have to go to the bathroom, I'll sit there for 1 to 2 hours sometimes, holding it in until I just can't hold it in anymore, until the pain of holding it in overshadows everything and I can't concentrate on what I'm doing anymore. And so this is really becoming an issue in terms of productivity. Imagine going to a job where you sit in front of a computer all day, in an office somewhere, whatever the case may be, and you have to concentrate all day. But every time you have to go to the bathroom throughout your workday, this is the process you have to go through. 10 to 15 minutes of packing everything down, walking to the bathroom, 5 minutes or so in the bathroom, walk back, unpack everything, start everything back up, get back to where you were. Half an hour later, half an hour after you had to go to the bathroom, you were back to work, and you had this big disruption, a big, your train of thought has been pulled apart. It's hard to pick up where you left off and continue when you're in that zone. And so this is becoming a major issue. This is honestly, for me, in my experience right now, this is one of the biggest things I have to deal with, because there's no place that I can go set up a place to work all day where I can feel comfortable leaving my stuff on a table to go take a pee and come back. There's no place in Jamestown you can do that and feel safe about it. And so, what the fuck's going on here? Okay. All right, never mind. So, yeah. And so, I mean, that's where I'm at. Yesterday, I had to take my pee break in the middle of the afternoon. The library closes at 4. I'd been there. It's closing in on 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I went and grabbed a small lunch, some orange juice, and a chicken salad sandwich. And I sat out in a park outside to get the sunlight. It was nice and warm yesterday. Our mornings are chilly, but at least in the afternoons for the last couple of days, it's gotten up into, probably 80 degrees or so. And so I just wanted to get that sunshine. I wanted to get that warmth. And I forced myself to go back to the library. And even though I only had 2 hours left at the library, I sat at the library and I picked a project, put 2 hours in on it, made some good progress for 2 hours worth of work. I certainly I looked at the before and after of where I was and where I ended. And for a 2 hour span, I got a lot done. But I had to pack it all up again. The homeless shelter was open, but there's so much drama going on there right now, I just couldn't bring myself to go there. So I went down to the park, to this bench where I'm sitting on right now, and I sat here for an hour, just as quiet as it can be. And I just sat here and tried to clear my head, tried to get all the negativity to calm down and just leave and just try to refocus. Went back to the shelter pretty much right before dinner. Pretty good dinner. I can't even remember what we had last night. It's totally left my mind. It was good though. But yeah, I ate dinner last night, and once again, just they will not let you leave that dinner table with an empty stomach. I'll assure you of that. That you can be full. You are not. And so that hurt. I'm eating too much. And so the stress of all of this and the amount of food, it's bad food in terms of weight gain. It's weight gaining food that I'm eating right now. I'm not eating healthy right now. And it hit me last night. After dinner, I went upstairs to the private room. I laid down because there's nowhere else to sit in the homeless shelter now. They got rid of all the couches. They threw those away. They had an inspection where somebody came through and just inspected an exterminator to check to see if there were bed bugs and stuff like that, which they didn't find any. The place is clean. But the inspector said they got to get rid of the couches in any place. There was a recliner and some couches in a lounge. So now the lounge has nowhere to sit. But anyway, I don't even do that anymore. Upstairs to the bedroom, I can lay on the bed, I can sit at a desk. And so I laid on the bed with my phone and a pair of headphones to watch some videos. Because that's, just to relax. That was about 7 o'clock. I wasn't even awake. I was asleep before 7:30 once again. I'm passing out. I'm so exhausted and I'm so stressed out from this experience right now that I can't even stay up until 8 o'clock at night. And I went to bed so I was asleep before 7:30 p.m. And when 6:30 came around this morning and I started to wake up, all I want to do is sleep. I just want to lay back down and sleep the entire day. I need a day where I can just sleep and not get out of bed. My body's telling me, my body's like, you know what? If you don't do it soon, I'm going to force you to do it. Like, I'm literally going to go lay down on a bench in the park and just sleep in the park all day or something. I don't know. My body is like giving out right now. I need to figure something out. Energy-wise, like food-wise, like I might be deficient on some sort of vitamin, or like I'm not eating food that has good energy right now, and I'm feeling it. It's just, I know this feeling. This is like the typical, you spend 3 months of winter eating nothing but comfort food and junk, and this is what you feel like after those 3 months. And this is what it's been. It's been a little over 3 months since I became homeless, and I haven't had access to the healthy food that I was eating before I became homeless, because it's all comfort food and junk, and that's all you can get. If you don't have a fridge, if you don't have the means to store food, oh my goodness, it's too much right now, man. But I got nothing to talk about. I'm just completely burned out in every way imaginable right now. And it really boils down to the fact that these people have been keeping me in limbo since June 5th. I had to look this up. June 5th was the day that the probation officer came to see me. It's the last time I've seen him. And he told me I had to pack my bags and move to Pittsburgh. And here I am. It's August 20-something. Where are we at? August 25th. And I'm still stuck in Jamestown with no idea where I'm supposed to go live. So June 5th to August 25th, they've got me sitting here in limbo, waiting for them to tell me when to pack my bags and where to go. Over 3 months now. You know, I'm at the point where, like, because of, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and I think it's just bad timing. I'm trying not to sit here in this place where I'm saying that they're doing it on purpose, but because all I got to do is get that one phone call that could be coming this week saying green light, go, move to Texas now. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep my head level and take into consideration all the factors involved with this, and try to be optimistic that this process will wrap up soon and I can have a real, genuine roof over my head. You know, my best friend, he keeps hoping, you know, he wants to see it happen. He wants to allow me to have a chance to get on my feet again. And I appreciate that a lot. And I don't function well mentally when all my eggs are sitting in one basket. And it doesn't matter whether it's today and the situation I'm going through right now, or whether it's another stressful situation. And, you know, like when I refused to get the COVID shot and I started interviewing at this one company, all my eggs were placed in that. It got to the point where all my eggs were in one basket. And in that case, the basket became bountiful, and it worked out. And I ended up getting this good job, and everything started to go in the right direction until the FBI kicked down my door. But right now I'm getting jerked around too much about everything right now. And it's just, when you hear, I don't know. I don't want to get into it too deep, but I need something. I need a positive. I need something positive to happen, and it needs to happen real soon, or I'm falling apart. And I'm powerless. I feel like I'm completely powerless right now to do anything about any of it. The only thing I'm clinging on to right now is that I know a single phone call or an email, or it only takes one positive thing to change everything around. And so I'm just holding on, hoping that some sort of seed that's been planted starts to grow into something, because it's too much anymore. It's too much. It's been 100 days of, like I said, I can deal better. I can deal with a no a lot better than I can deal with a maybe. and being jerked around. Like I said, I've got that one company. I am never gonna reach out to that company again. I'm done. But I checked, and on today it's 12 weeks since the first interview was set up with that company. That I went through the entire interview process, met with the CEO. They checked all of my references. Like, they went through the entire process, and a week ago or so, they told me they're still considering it. Like, why don't you just fucking say no at this point? Like, why do you gotta drag someone through the mud for 12 fucking weeks and not make a decision on a fucking job like that? Like, it's absolutely ridiculous the way that these companies treat people now. And I don't know, man. I'm not in a good mood today. I don't really have anything to talk about. That's the problem. I'm working on that third part of the Synchronicity series. But other than that, I got nothing to talk about. And so I'm going to do a time check here. Morning. All right, so we're like 21 minutes now. And yeah, I got nothing. Because there's absolutely nothing going on. It's every day is the same damn shit. It's literally Groundhog Day every day for me right now, just like that movie. I wake up, it's the same exact shit, day after day after day. It's like every day is exactly the same, except for the weather. Might be a little different from one day to the next. But I wake up, I go to the same places every single day. I do the same thing every single day. I go to the same crazy-ass Tim Hortons, deal with that bullshit every day. I see the same people every day, everywhere I go. You can't, like yesterday, I was realizing that I can't walk one block. I can't go one block in the city of Jamestown without seeing some crackhead or some meth addict strung out, or just some crazy-ass shit, or a fight, or someone screaming and yelling. There was someone, like I said the other day, there were homeless people throwing rocks at each other. I think yesterday I was walking past this one parking lot. There was a guy, it looked like he had a microphone stand and he was swinging it around looking like he was going to start smashing car windows with it. It's just everywhere you go. The only productive thing I did yesterday when I came back to the shelter was I have this laptop bag that I carry, and yesterday I noticed it's getting really heavy. Like, when I pick it up off the ground or off the desk or whatever, wherever it is, it's like, whoa, this thing's heavy. And it seems like once a month I have to empty out this bag and put away anything that I'm not using, anything. If I see a cable, it doesn't even matter how small it is, but if I see something and I'm like, I haven't used this, whatever it is, it could be a USB cable. I haven't used this for a month. I don't need to carry it anymore. I'll open up this folder that I carry paperwork around in. And with the social services and all this crap, I'm getting stacks of papers week after week after week. And I'm assuming that when I took that folder yesterday and emptied out all the papers and all the paperwork that I don't need to carry around with me, that was probably 3 to 4 pounds of paper alone. It was like a ream of paper I don't need to carry anymore. It's astounding. It's astounding how many trees have to die in order for people to get welfare and food stamps and things like that. It's ridiculous. I mean, just left and right. Every time I go in there, I'm getting a new stack of papers that I will never look at again. Like, I will never look at 99.9% of these papers that I get handed. I'm never going to look at again, and I'm never going to need again. So yesterday I went through the entire bag, and it was kind of funny because this morning when I picked up the bag and carried it over here to the park, I was like, wow, There's a big difference. And nothing that I got rid of out of the bag on its own weighed anything. I can't believe the number of people showing up with their dogs today to walk in this park. I mean, it is a good place to go. It's probably the only place in Jamestown you could feel safe walking your dog. So, I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but I've seen like close to 20 people so far while I'm shooting this video, and it's been 25 minutes showing up with their dogs to walk their dogs. And are these ones gonna... Of course they're gonna come walk right by the camera, right by me, just like the last one did. Like they can't help it. Maybe we got to see what this guy's up to. So I think I'm just gonna... I got to get out of here. So morning. All right, so yeah, that's it. No plugs. I don't give a shit about it today. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Later.